Causal loop is an activity that helps people to identify the loops that might be at play in a system. It's a great launching point into larger systems mapping for folks to really get a keen sense of how different pieces in a system are relating to or connected to each other in a looping process. At its most basic, you're wanting to identify for folks two core loop approaches in a system: reinforcing and balancing loops. It's always helpful to give people an example of these out in their regular everyday experience. So a reinforcing loop, a great example of that would be interest in your bank account. So the more money you have in your bank account, based on compound interest here, then the more money you're going to continue to accrue, then the more money is going to accrue on that. And so it's this reinforcing loop that keeps building stocks in the system, or in this case, when we're talking about your bank account, more money there. A balancing loop is a loop that ultimately tries to bring back whatever stock level was in a system back to the same spot. And so a great example of this would be the HVAC in your house and the thermostat in your house. At all points, based on a level that you've set, the system is going into action to ultimately bring that temperature back to that level set point. So it's doing what it needs to do in terms of bringing in either more heat or more cooling to balance things back out and bring it back to that set point that you have in place. Bring the stocks or the level back to a level that is set. This is a great place for people to start recognizing the ways that loops happen in their own lives and in the systems that they're working in, and then can be a great launching point into a larger systems mapping activity or practice.